Thank you for the kind introduction. يعطيكم العافية جميعا. It's been amazing being part of this great event. يعني it's been like a roller coaster of inspiration since yesterday. راح أبلش أحكي لكم إحنا ب 3D مينا إحنا عبارة عن a hardware innovation platform. So we enable the creation of hardware products بالتركيز على ال humanitarian sector. كيف نقدر نستخدم التكنولوجيا بال humanitarian side. We give, if you have an idea in a hardware product, we give you the equipment, the know-how, and we help you to commercialize this idea. والادفانس تكنولوجيز اللي مركز فيها اللي هي 3D printing, IoT, robotics. بس أنا اليوم جاي أحكي عن شغلنا بالضبط، جاي أحكي عن قصة. It's basically one of the main reasons why I wake up in the morning وبروح الشغل و I do all of this work. فاحنا اول ما بلشنا كنا مبلشين بكيف نورجي الامباكت اوف 3D printing. we start doing that by doing 3D printed prosthetics اطراف الصناعيه for Syrians and Yemeni refugees in Jordan that opposed the conflict. I want to start a story about our friend عاصم. عاصم he's a Syrian refugee. عاصم عمره 21 سنه، كان دارس ماث بالجامعه، وعشان الحرب اللي كانت بسوريا صار عنده حابب يساعد، فصار يسوق امبولانس بالحرب يساعد بالجرحى. through a bomb explosion he lost his left leg. فلما اجى على الاردن as a refugee تعالج، وكان بيشتغل في one of the prosthetic centers الموجودين بالاردن. traditional prosthetics اللي بيصنعوا الاطراف الصناعيه التقليديه. فاحنا we were doing a couple of cases بالبدايه. we're doing 3D printed prosthetics. we had the machines with us. فعاصم صار يسال الهيد اوف ار ان دي تبعنا، ساله انه ايش هاي الماشينز، شو هاي ال 3 دي برينتر، شو بتعمل فيها. فخلال 3 أسابيع من الشغل معنا وضل يسال عن الماشينز ويحاول يشتغل فيها، he hacked one of our 3D printers. he was able to print in a material ما كنا قادرين نطبع فيها. he became our technical coordinator in no time. This guy يعني صفى خلال الأول شهرين يشتغل معنا بالتكنولوجي. and when we got a contract مع الخدمات الطبية الملكية, they have a center of 30 specialists in traditional prosthetics. He will start teaching the specialists how to deal with 3D printers, how to use a 3D printers to print prosthetics. the learning curve كان كتير سريع عند عاصم. and to give you examples of the things that he worked on معنا. This is زين. زين من اليمن، عمره 6 سنين. he's a victim of fire وعنده amputation بأصابعه. فعاصم asked him، سأله who's your superhero؟ فحكى له بنتن, one of Cartoon Network's superheroes. he created a 3D printed prosthetics مع engineering team اللي معنا with Benton logo on it. and apparently Benton عنده super power بيلبس ساعة. he created a small screen with electronics. لما يكبس عليها he see the aliens that Benton fights or support. This prosthetic hand costs $75 to make, which is 95% less than the original cost of a regular prosthetics. والكي هون انه عاصم كان بيحكي مع زين عم يعني بيحكي له لك انا زيك يعني، بس you have to understand كي بلش يساعده. والاكسبتنس كان سهل جدا لانه زين حس انه هو created I made this prosthetic hand. فلطفل صعب جدا انه يستقبل a regular prosthetics انهم بيجوا bulkies was not يعني this one is even functional and it costs like $75 instead of a $1,000 solution. This is one of the impact we start showing how you can use the 3D printing technology. رهيب 3D printing. You can create prototypes, you can print cookie cutters and key rings, but at the same time you can solve real problems. This is the adoption of the humanitarian side. Another example, أحمد صديقه لعاصم. أحمد عمره 20 سنة. He was blinded by a sniper shot across his eyes بالحرب. when he came to Amman, عاصم our head of R&D were looking at a small robot that avoid obstacles. فيه sensors لما يقرب على أي عائق بيبعد. he took the same sensor and created an echolocation device with haptic feedback, meaning زي السنسور تبع السيارة but with vibration. لما يلبسه على إيده ويقرب على أي شيء it vibrates. This solution cost $31 to make. It was basically hacking a small robot. And his exact feedback, Ahmed, he told us like I haven't worked like this for the past 2 years. So showing the impact is not just 3D printing. We're talking about robotics. So the idea of STEM education, science, technology, engineering, art, and math, and all of this مش بس 3D printing. سنة ندخل أكتر electronics robotics. But why this is very important, because it changed the mentality from a consumer to a producer immediately once you've been exposed to such kind of technology. So this actually عاصم's prosthetic leg أول وحدة كانت لما إجا. شايفين في a small orange part. It's basically a small rubber part. It costs $35. بيجي بالكعب بيساعد عاصم حتى إنه يمشي. بدون هذا البارت الصغير ما بقدر يمشي على البروستاتيك ليج. It's literally so essential to have it. So he has to change it every 6 months. فلما اجى الوقت انه غيره عاصم he couldn't find it. So what he did, he designed it with our head of R&D and he 3D printed it in a flexible material and it cost $1 instead of $35. So imagine if he was living in a refugee camp, coming outside from the camp بيجي على عمان, it's a logistics fee يعني high cost برضه عليه. And $35 is a lot of money for a refugee. For the idea of building a platform where local communities can benefit from creating solutions to using technology to serve their own basic needs. So this is very disruptive in terms of the global humanitarian fund. لما يكون في معظم الكوست بالglobal humanitarian fund is logistics, moving stuff around. It's literally 60 to 80% a year. They pay $10 to $15 billion globally on moving stuff. So the idea of democratizing the production, democratize the making, creating platforms for innovation to show impact for such kind of solutions. After doing a lot of work and عاصم وقتها كانت السوريين بالأردن ما عندهم البيرمتس إنه يقدروا يشتغلوا في الأردن. he decided to take asylum. بتسمعوا عن journey of death اللي بوصلوا لإزمير على تركيا وبيطلعوا على رابر بوردز وبروحوا لغريس. فعاصم وأحمد his blind friend وكمان صديقهم الثالث المطخوخ بسباين they decided to take this trip ويطلعوا على تركيا ومن تركيا مشان يوصلوا برلين. الرحلة ما كانت سهلة يعني احنا حتى my partner he literally traveled to Greece طلع على بوت تاني in order to يعني pick them in the middle of the ocean لأنه احنا رحنا كان في ناس أول إشي بتركيا عم بيساعدوهم إنه ياخذوا the best rubber boat لأنه كان literally بتتعامل مع مافيات حتى إنه تأخذ أحسن يعني رحلة. والرحلة ما كانت سهلة يعني رحلة صعبة لبني آدم طبيعي. فما بالك الناس اللي عاصم بس خلص عاصم عنده كان تصميم انه هي حابب انه يوصل برلين لسبب معين واللي هو يلاقي فرصته في انه يكمل حياته ويتدرس ويتعلم ويحصل على حتى عناية صحية. فهذا الطريق الكامل اللي ببلش من تركيا لغريس لبرلين. فاكشلي احنا كنا خلال اسبوعين وقفنا معظم شغلنا وكنا ليترالي اون واتساب يعني قاعدين عاملين جروب وانت كل بلد بوصلوا فيه بنزيد ناس من هاي البلد بنعرفها ثرو اور كونتاكتس. انت احجز اير بي ام بي، انت جيب اكل، انت جيب كذا. قبل ما وفي اوقات كنا يعني ما قادرين نوصلهم لانه كان في روتس معينه you can't be part ما بتقدر تمشي معهم او تكون موجود في مخيم. ف we lost contact a couple of days. بس اخر شيء قدرنا انه يوصلوا برلين هو اصدقائه الاربعه. وبعد الرحله هاي الطويله اللي احنا يعني فعلا كنا متوترين طول الوقت عاصم رجع للشغل اللي بحب يسويه. بلش يدرب ريفيجيز كمان مره على الادفانس تكنولوجيز على الروبوتكس. حاب ينقل كل العلم اللي اخذه واللي بلش يتعلم فيه وينقله للريفيجيز الموجودين ببرلين. وكمان عاصم بنفس الوقت بعد الشغل بفاب لاب برلين هم our partners. He was able to give his first TED talk in front of 1,600 people بيحكي about rebuilding his country through innovation. So this guy became an inspirational figure لإلنا. And actually قبل أسبوعين عاصم حكى معي تليفون عم بيحكي لي إنه لؤي إجاني a job offer from Cisco. ف this guy يعني قبل تذكروا أول قصته لما حكينا كيف وبعد after a year he became this inspirational figure وهلا he's working at Cisco and he want to study AI وبده يدخل بالadvanced technologies وبده يدخل بأكثر من شيء. فبالنسبة لنا هاي القصة هذا actually اللاب اللي بلشنا فيه أول ما ندخل بعمان واللي هو هلا هو موجود عندنا. بس احنا كيف بعد ما شفنا الامباكت اللي صار بحياة عاصم خلال سنة واحدة كيف احنا ممكن نسوي 100,000 زي عاصم ومليون زي عاصم واكثر واكثر. في نسبة الناس اللي بيعانوا من الكونفليكتس وبالذات نحكي على السيريان ريفوجيز. احنا في الأردن يعني برضو we have 1.6 million Syrian refugees in Jordan that people who have skills, people can be educated, can participate in the economy, can become really زي عاصم. I know عاصم is like a story very inspirational. يكون شخص غير عن الناس بس الاكسبوجر اللي اخذه in no time بالسكيلز اللي اخذها مش محتاج كان 4 سنين او 5 سنين mechanical engineering degree in a university to become an expert in 3D printing. It just the way the skills, the infrastructure, the platform he was part of it. And that's what we're trying to do to make it bigger. How can we scale all of this? How can we create it sustainable? How can we take this story and make it more inspirational لناس أكتر. That's why we're building 2 fabrication labs. هلا واحد منهم اسمه Fab Lab Erbil. We're part of Fab Foundation. هلا اللي مين بيعرف شو هو الفاب لاب أو you have a couple of Fab Labs in Kuwait I think. Come on. Yes. So the Fab Lab it's اختصار لكلمة fabrication laboratory وهي معناته بلشت بكورس بMIT اسمه How to make almost anything، كيف بقدر اصنع اي شيء. فتخيل عندك سبيس في معمل حديد، معمل خشب، textiles, robotics, 3D printing. The idea of mixing the traditional way of manufacturing and the digital way. Design من السوفتوير للهاردوير. فانت عندك المكان اللي بيساعدك to create any kind of product. احنا what we're trying to do تمسك هذا الكونسبت ونعطي التكنولوجي للناس اللي بيحتاجوها اكثر شيء in the humanitarian sector, because this is the most fundamental pursuit بالنسبة لنا. يعني this is how we see the bridge between the humanitarian development divide. فابلاب اربد هو بالتعاون مع اكثر من بارتنر رح يكون موجود بمنطقه فري ايكونوميك زون بشمال الاردن، وفي عندنا تقريبا 300,000 سوري ناشونال سيريان ناشوناليز عايشين بالمنطقه، غير السكان الاردنيين برضه اللي ما عندهم اكسس such kind of technologies. لانه احنا بالنسبه لنا كيف بنعالج الكونفليكت انه ندمج الاثنين مع بعض two communities and create economic opportunities، مش بس mitigation. In order to prevent the conflict, to prevent it by creating this platform. فهي عبارة عن vocational training center. It's a private sector development program. منه a lab, a hardware incubator, a space for innovation. We have to create in the next 3 years 90 startups and support 60 medium-sized companies. لازم يكون 50% Jordanians and 50% Syrians. And this project is dedicated for them. Another lab in Amman, focus on hardware incubation for the local communities, بس برضه with a twist of focusing on the commercialization. How can we take an idea even from the humanitarian sector? 3D printed prosthetics بلش بالinfrastructure as a moonshot projects. أي واحد عنده interest فبنعطيه الانفراستراكشر المعدات حتى يعمل البرودكت. And that's what we did بأول project. بعدين النو هاو تريننج نقلناها للخدمات الطبية الملكية in order to scale، لأنه بدك ناس in the medical side to take this R&D and work on it. لأنه لسه البروستاتكس especially in 3D printing it's still يعني مش إشي sustainable. And now it became a business by itself. So that's why how we sustain and create an R&D facility مثلا للprosthetics, and it became an economic opportunity by itself. This is one of the examples الموجودين. I will leave you with عاصم quotes. يعني هي كان حكى لنا إنه my world opened up with open source technology. It changed my life for the better, and I want to pass that on the next generation. And that's what we're trying to do with Asim. Thank you.
Thank you. You said Asim used some kind of material that he has to change every 6 months. What is that material? I mean, obviously nothing is going to last forever, but what's...
Rubber.
Just basic rubber?
Yeah, so 3D print, there's a flexible material in 3D printing. It's called Filaflex. It's basically the rubber material.
Yeah, okay.
So قد ما بمشي عليها
yeah, it wears out.
Yeah.
مرحبا. At the beginning you said the cost was from 35 to $1, and this is a big challenge for big companies. Did you think of that challenge؟ لأن هذا يعتبر creative. أنت قاعد تغير الإيكونومي من something very costly to cheaper for everyone. Did you think after that what's going to happen? Because it's a big challenge for big companies.
Actually, if you look at there's a study by the World Economic Forum عم تحكي إنه by 2020 automation will already change. يعني the whole job market will basically change. We're talking about 6 million roles, traditional roles, or even in manufacturing, will be خلاص no longer valid. It will be subsidized by machines and equipment. So a factory فيه 100 حدا, it will be basically robots or machines or 3D printers. It depends. So it's already transforming our market, our future. And people, major companies start to adopt these technologies already. So what's really driving the economy forward is the industrial revolution within that sector. But what we're doing now, we're doing prototyping. We're doing low volume production. So it depends on what kind of machines you have. So small 3D printers, it's just a regular, it's like $3,000, even less 3D printer, but you can solve real problems. It helped us on spot to do, to solve an immediate humanitarian need. And that's what we tried doing. In terms of if you want to talk about mass production, or sometimes even 3D printing لسه ما وصلت إنها to match the mass production. We still, but definitely eventually it will receive, but it will take a little bit of time. It's not that 3D printing is the ultimate solution. And when we started, we were a 3D printing company, but we found out it's not solution. It's part of the solution. and you need still the traditional way of manufacturing. That's why we're building the fabrication labs we're talking about. You need the traditional way and you need the digital way, but we're talking about low volume production with, and even we can do prototyping. So this is the focus for us. And if there's a company found out that there is a solution, this is the commercialization aspect I talked about. So if this product really needed and there's a market for it, it could be taken from the prototyping cycle and turned into a business model by other companies.
How do you make money as 3D Mina?
3D Mina started as a for-profit company in the beginning, and we have to pivoted to a non-for-profit for the past year and a half. So basically, we're based on philanthropy and grants, focusing on non-for-profit applications. Now we're coming back as a for-profit. We're becoming a hardware incubator. So basically, we make money out of the infrastructure of the lab. So we want to come and use the lab to create a product. So like a regular machine shop or a fab lab model. But we focus on taking licensing or basically equity in the idea that you create. So we help you, we give you all of the infrastructure, the know-how for free, and you come incubated our space. And what we do is basically we help you to license this product. So there's an interesting model why we pivoted to this. There's a 200 square meter space in the Danish Institute of Technology. They have operation expenses تقريبا 300,000 euro بالسنة. But last year they made 180 million euro in revenue, and that's basically from licensing. So you want to build a smartwatch, for example, you're going to need the infrastructure and the equipment to make it, and you're going to need the know-how on how to build this machine, and how to build this prototype, how to use this machine to make this prototype, and then after this process, you want to commercialize it. So in the commercialization sector, our network will be like in the case of the smartwatch, Omega and Nike and so on. So we help you to license this product, they do the manufacturing, and we make money out of royalties. So this model, we're going to start doing it soon. And that's why we needed to cover, at least to raise funds to cover 3 years of operation expenses to test it. But it's a very successful model depending on the space and the ecosystem and geographical location of the lab. And unfortunately, if you look at Tel Aviv, they have 36 accelerators, billions of dollars in manufacturing, billions of dollars in licensing and royalties. So this market has already existed, but in the region, in Jordan especially, talents, we have talents. Problems to solve, we have a lot of problems to solve. But a platform to take all of these opportunities and turn it to something sustainable and commercially, that's what we're trying to do now.
So there is a Fab Lab where I can go there and build my products, and then I go sell them. And there's you, 3D Mina.
Inside the Fab Lab operating. If you want to be incubated, you get all the access for the Fab Lab for free, plus the network and the help you to commercialize within licensing. So this is the main model of 3D Mina.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi. أول شيء وايد your project حلو. I did not face such a huge value for a project in a very long time. يعطيكم العافية على كل جهودكم. My question is, do you have, are you open for investors? Are you still looking for funds to continue and grow bigger and expand and all of that? And are you willing to take it more international?
Definitely. Thank you for asking this interesting question. We're always open for smart investment, smart money we're talking about. لأنه we need, out of the ideas that comes out from the both Syrian and Jordanian community in the conflict zone that we're working in, مثلا Irbid, there will be we will need a follow-on funding for those ideas. We provide grants and seed funding, but if the idea or want to grow up, we need a pool of investors in order to support the angel round, the seed, the Series A, or it depends on the needs of it. But definitely we're raising. And the idea, my partner always look at what we're trying to do is hopefully to reach out to this vision, which is we're trying to become the Google X for the humanitarian sector. So if this work out in a conflict zone in Jordan, we can replicate the model in multiple conflict zones around the world. So definitely, yes, that's our vision, and we're always open to any strategic partnerships, smart funding to help us achieve this vision.
Hello, to the right.
Right, yeah.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the talk.
Thank you.
What age do you start the program with?
2 years, August 2014.
No.
Sorry.
What's the earliest entry of students for your programs?
Anyone with an idea, basically, but we're talking about someone who will be able to register a company. So we try to, in the terms of education, if it was a student, we support in the education process, but we can even turn this idea to a business. We support them in the startup incubation. So I think students and postgraduates are
University level, you're talking.
definitely,
students.
yeah,
Okay.
university they can register.
Are you interested in putting it in K-12 students?
And
K-12, the grade 1 to 12 pre-university.
yeah, if there's a model that support, it depends on the country itself and the regulations. So in Jordan, I don't think they allow to people for below like 12 years old to register a company, below the 18 years old or 17 years old. So, but definitely we're open to anyone who have, but it needs business training, and so it's just the program is not just incubation, it's business training at the same time.
No, I mean the education of how the know-hows and
Yeah, we give it to
Yes.
everyone. We even taught like 12 years old and 16 years old.
Perfect.
We had a very interesting workshop for Syrian refugees in Jordan in a healing center. Basically, it's psychological treatment and physiotherapy treatment for Syrians with amputation and as opposed to war. So our team created a workshop to show the impact of how the mentality changed from a consumer to a producer instantly. The team brought a 3D printer. They showed the story of Asim. They explained how the 3D printer works. And they told them, like, here's a problem, my keychain خربت, كسرت, and here's how you 3D print it using the available softwares, hardware, whatever. So what do you want to make? Just we asked this question. Immediately, يعني that's only like 2-hour session كانت. Immediately after the answers كانت رهيبة, وطلع من الانسرز الفخمة إنه واحدة بتمشي على عكاز, on crutches. So حكيت لنا أنا there's a rubber part in the crutches ضل يخرب wears out كل ما أمشي عليه. Can I 3D print it? Yes, you can 3D print it. في واحد تاني حكى نظارتي it has small ضل ينكسر القطعة. Can I do a frame in 3D printing? Yes, you can do. So already the mentality is not how we're gonna buy it من وين بدي أجيبه ولا من وين بدي أشتريه. Can I make it? And that's what we want to try to make. We want to bring back the maker industry, the maker movement, and everyone is a maker. Literally everyone from any age. يعني. Definitely the training it should be started at an early age.
يعطيكم العافية.
Yeah.